Evening viewers, Sid here. I finally got it into the shed. The other one into the shed too. That was a bit more effort, and the unboxing for the big one will happen maybe later in the week, depending on how busy I am with other things. But let's have a go with this one now, and let's get on with it. So this is a Woodfast 1220 variable speed wood lathe, 1 horsepower, AC not DC, so you get more torque. And both the previous lathes that I had, both the little Havco and the Carbotech 900, were 1/2 and 3/4 of a horsepower respectively, and the speed range on this one varies from 200 RPM up to I think about 3500 RPM, which gives me top end speed on the Havco is similar, but I can go down a lot lower, which means if I've got something a little bit out of balance, I can slow it down a lot more than the 450, 500 I could do with the other lathes. So let's open the box and have a look. There's a little spindle adapter to take my M30 spindles down to 1x8 for turning bottle stoppers and things like that. So I can use a little 1x8 Wen lathe that I do bottle openers and bottle stoppers on. So this will allow me to use that on all of the other lathes. There's a nice little pencil case for the Allen keys. That's handy. What else is in there? Got 3 Allen keys. And the little pin. Well, we'll get into it and we'll find out what the little pin's for, I'm sure. The rest looks like about a 200mm. Not a bad guess, 200mm rest. Knockout bar and a couple of spanners. The live centre and a spur drive. Instruction manual. That's just rubbish, isn't it? Throw that away. Who needs instructions? Lovely big bit of foam. There we go, looks like a little tool tray. This will be the exciting bit under here. If I can get to it. So here she is. Now just have a look at the size of that motor compared to the Havco. So there's my hand for reference, and there's my hand for reference. It's an AC motor, not a DC like the Havco, which I believe, from everything I've looked at and read, it gives you much more torque. So it's got a digital display. And something I've got to have a look at here is I need to measure the footprint. Hole centre to hole centre, about 900. So now I've got my stand set with the outside holes at around 900, and we'll go from there and just see how we can get it on there. Okay, now I just realised I may have had the camera paused, but we'll see. So here she is, sitting upright. Nice big wide bedways. Solid looking banjo. There's a little Allen key with a washer on it there, which prevents the, and both the other lathes I have side to side movement on the tailstock. This doesn't. That I'm loving. So it's not moving. It's rocking because it's not locked, but there is no side to side movement. So I'm going to just pause the camera while I put it on the stand, mainly because the tripod for the camera is in the way. Now I may have actually forgotten to start the video camera again, but what I've actually done, or all I've actually done, is put the lathe on the stand and bolted it down, and I've wiped off the grease off of the bed. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, I'm not going to put you through it, but I'm going to just have a peruse of the instructions and just see whether there's anything I need to worry about while I'm putting it all together. It all seems fairly self-explanatory, but that can be famous last words. Okay, so I've had a bit of a read of the instruction manual, and luckily it's reasonably self-explanatory, because it doesn't actually tell you have to do anything in any particular order. So this is the little tool rest, which I'm going to install on the back of the lathe. You're not going to be able to see it because I'm going to be leaning over the lathe right in the way of the camera, so I'm going to pause the camera again while I do it. So that's on, took probably 30 seconds. One thing I have noticed with the old Woodfast lathes, the older ones at the turnarounds, the yellow ones, the little tool holder which bolts there is steel, this one's plastic, so I guess we'll just wait and see how it lasts. So we'll take the live centre. And the spur drive. And the knockout bar. And the two spanners. So it does have, in the instructions it says it has a spindle lock, but then when you read further, it's interesting, because if you put a knockout bar in there, the spanner won't actually fit. So we'll put the knockout bar through one of the bigger holes, the spanner will fit. I do have a box over there for the rubbish, I'm not just throwing it over there willy-nilly. So there's the tool rest. And not to forget the face plate. Does have a grub straw on it for the reverse turning, so that's handy. Over here I have my grandpa stick. because I just dropped the little pencil case down behind the lathe, and my little grandpa stick's very handy for that. I'm still not actually sure what this is yet. So this is the handle for the tailstock, and there is a little flat spot there, so that's where the grub screw goes. So line up the grub screw's not which one is it? Will I get the right? Oh, I got the right one first time. Gosh. Just nip that up a little bit tighter. Little grub screw on a little short Allen key, so I shouldn't be able to over tighten that. And we have, it looks like 3.5 inches going by the little graduations of travel, which is substantially better than the 50mm that I had before. And that's very free moving. My little box over there, a little box for all the rubbish, so I'm not just throwing it on the floor, Jay. And the little hand wheel. Never know, I might even finish up doing a robbo yet and turning myself a bigger pair of wheels. So, they're two different grub screws. We've got so over here where the hand wheel goes, there's a hole, and then on the other side there's a flat. So there's two grub screws. So I've got to get one lined up into the hole, and then the other side will do up onto the flat. So I'm going to line up the hole first, because I reckon it'll be the harder one to get in the right place. That's quite a snug fit there. It's a very snug fit. It's almost like there's a little burr on the end. No, just snug. So I just gave it a little, as it nipped up, I gave it a little wobble, and then it went in easily a bit further, so now I know I'm located in the hole properly. I'm doing up the other one onto the flat before I pull the other one up too tight. So give both of those just a little nip up. Going with a little Allen key and without sticking too much on anything on the Allen key. You shouldn't be able to put too much pressure onto a grub screw. So this is the belt cover. So I'm not plugged in yet. Little warning sign on there saying disconnect from power before you remove the cover. That's handy. So that's got a little circlip on it, so the grub screw can't actually fall out. So that's everything put together. Had a read of the book. I guess all there is left to do is to plug it in and see what it does. So right off the bat, there's a definite bit of misinformation. We said over here 550 to 1650. That's 490. To 1810. Well, I'm not complaining about that misinformation. That's actually quite a nice range. It seems to be soft start. Which is also very nice. Reverse. And that's nice with a positive switch instead of having to hold a button down for 2 or 3 seconds like on the other one. I shouldn't mention the name. Because you get what you pay for. And this is a very nice bit of kit by the looks of it. I'm really liking the look of that, and I'm excited to have a go at turning something with it.